There are three very powerful ways for you to succeed. Everybody succeeds in one of these three ways. And what you're going to find is that what you want is always coming. It's always coming if you can think of it, if you can dream it, because it's already in your field of probability. If you can't think of it or dream of it, it's not in your field of probability. So if there's a goal, a dream, an objective that you have, it's coming. How are you going to manifest it? Are you going to manifest it in the first way? The first way, and this is the way that I'm trying to teach you over these next 2 years, is the pathway of ease. You're just flowing, you're going with it, you're pulling to you, you're driving forward, you're pulling to you, and you're bobbing and weaving with the world and the universe. You are resisting nothing, resisting no one. You're in a state of peace, in joy, in flow. There's nothing that phases you because you are not allowing the drunk monkey to have you go into fear and that guy's a jerk and I don't like that and, you know, nobody likes me and I'm a failure, right? All of that stuff, not letting any of that stuff happen. And what you want is just, you're taking action. You are in inspired action, moving forward, but it's also pulling to you. It speeds it up and everything comes. The pathway of ease is the first way that you powerfully get what you want. But there's another way, and a lot more people take this way. It is a pathway of contrast. That's number 2. Pathway of contrast. What does that mean? Well, you figure out what you really want by getting what you don't want. You get clarity about what you really want by figuring out what you don't want. You get that? What you don't want is so important. What you don't want is so valuable. What you don't want is so incredibly delicious and important, because what you don't want will tell you, will give you clarity on specifically what you do want. So part of the way to succeed is to go after stuff and have it not work. To move forward and have it not be what you want. So many times I've said to myself, got up to bat and I'm like, hey, batter, right? Let's go, boom! And I go for a swing, and as soon as I'm swinging and I'm in process, I'm like, I don't want this. Why am I doing this? So I remember one time going after having a Calvin Klein model body, right? And I thought, oh, that's just it, Calvin Klein model body. And I got in the middle of the process, and it was so much work and so much intensity and so much focus and took so much time. I got in the middle of it and I thought, wait a second, I don't really want a Calvin Klein model body. I mean, I want to look good, that's for sure, but really I just want to feel good, and I want lots of energy, and I want to feel confident within myself. I want to feel strong. Do I need a Calvin Klein model body to have that happen? No. Well, what do I need? And I got clarity about what is more appropriate for me. That's number 2, the pathway of contrast. But number 3, boy, I've taken this one a lot, and it's one that I usually find people in, and that is the pathway of destruction. My friend, destruction is so beautiful and critical. It's so effective. It will get you where you want to go in a flash. Sometimes you got to burn the whole forest down for those trees to sprout. And guess what? Sometimes you got to burn your entire life down to the ground before your new dreams can come up, because so often you're holding so tight to what you want, right? And then it's like, I want the Calvin Klein model body. I want it. I'm not going to do anything else, right? And then next thing you know, you are tumbling into a breakdown because your energy's gone, your concentration's gone, you're spending all this time over here, your relationships are falling apart, and everything just, your life just collapses in on you. And bam, breakdown, destruction. And all of a sudden, you know, you're on the ground, and you kind of, and as you emerge, boom, realization, inspiration, new thought, new idea. Most people who are powerful entrepreneurs, I notice, use the pathway of destruction, because they're risk takers and they're going for it. But here's the important thing to know. All 3 get you there. The pathway of ease, the pathway of contrast, or the pathway of destruction. All three get you to your goals. If you are in total destruction right now, it's because you're in process on your goals. If you are realizing, I don't want any of this, that's because you're on your way to your goals. If you're in a state of ease and flow, that's because you're on your way to your goals. There are three powerful ways for you to get your goals: ease, contrast, or destruction, and you get to choose. My intention is that in our work together in the Inspired Action Weekly Coaching Program, my intention is that we will get you into that pathway of ease by you implementing ideas like what we're talking about on this video, right? The video includes, a cross-section, a few chunks of the ideas that I'm going to be presenting to you on a regular basis and pulling you back in, I was just talking to a coaching client this morning, and he said, man, I haven't been connected to the ideas and the thoughts for 3 weeks, and I'm just out of whack. I'm just, I'm getting pulled back to who I was before, and I just need to stay in this conversation over and over and over and over and over and practice it so that it becomes who I am. And that's what we're going to do together. We're going to practice this until it becomes who you are, so that you are in a state of ease, or when you're in contrast, you say, aha, what I don't want tells me what I do want. Or when you're in destruction, you can ride the kamikaze plane down, and boom, when you hit that and blow up, you just go, perfect, boom, there's the realization. Next, and you move forward. No drama, no, like, I'm such a failure, I'm such a loser. Nobody's ever a failure and a loser. You're always learning and winning. Failure is winning. Failure means you learn something. Failure means that you figured out how not to do it. Failure is good. Let's do this.